Be the most likely one for game 3. Cold Stare, still MIA. I already PayPal'd the guy $10 to throw. Nice. Good play, good play. Yeah, it's a best of 3. It's only single limb, so I figured it would be kind of lame to just do a best of 1. Especially with 16 star, it's such like a volatile category that if you only have one race, then things could easily go south for someone, and they just, like, for example, if one person dies in Dark World and the other doesn't, then the race is like essentially over already. So, although there's a lot that can happen. The cool thing about 16 star races in general is that there's so much like that can go wrong at the very end of the run that you're never really out of it unless you're like minutes behind. Race with him for fun. Nice. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cold Stare. Hopefully he's back soon. But until then, the bets will remain open. So again, feel free. This one's a hard one to call. I mean, I bet on JCY just because he recently PB'd, but I'm actually completely unfamiliar with both players as far as how good they are at speedrunning because I haven't seen either of them run. So we will see. Ready and steady? All right, cool. Cold Stare. Can you get your feedback up? And bets are closed. Okay. Let's get that out and that out. Boom, boom. And where's the other count thingy? There it is. Cool. We got the high production value coming out from JCY. You love to see it.
I respect this.
It's definitely a throwback. This is how we streamed in like 2012.
Do you know what platform we got here? Is this VC or is this 64?
I don't actually know. JCY, are you playing on VC or 64? It's a good question. That's got to be emulator from Cold Stare. You can see the FPS count on there. And 64. Oh, we got a purist over here. Playing on the classic.
Putting himself at a disadvantage.
Gotta respect it. All right. Both of you guys look in the Discord right now. I'm going to do a 5-second countdown. Say ready. And then I'll do a 5-second countdown. And then say go. And on go is when you start. So. All right. And we should be off in just a second. There it is. And let me get this timer going.
All right, sync looks pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, so JCY does have some lag to deal with since he is playing on N64, especially in Dire Docks when he has to get the sub-star. Luckily, only one swimming star and 16 star, because swimming in general lags so much on N64. All right. Here we go. Starting out, and of course we got the double whammy at the beginning of Lakitu skip and then bomb clip, missing either of which costs you nearly 10 seconds. Bomb clip maybe a little less depending on your backup, and Cold Stare does miss it. JCY nailing it.
JCY went for the slightly slower but much more consistent lineup.
Yeah.
Paid off for him.
Yeah, it definitely helps set up that angle a little better. And he's going to be going into bomb clip. Not too difficult, but it's also easy to mess up. There's There's a bit of a tight timing to it.
I like that setup. I like that.
Yeah. Good angle to get right to it. And kholdstare missing the bomb clip as well. And he's going for the log of shame, but he actually misses the first one. All right, he should be good to finish it off here. There it is. Yeah, jcy with a strong lead here. Practically 30 seconds already, I think.
He's going to need all the lead he can get with this N64 disadvantage.
That's true. kholdstare getting some auto time save later in the run with lag. And even in Womps a little bit. There's a good amount of lag at points once that tower comes up, especially. All right, cannonless time.
Has to readjust.
Yeah, a little too far to the right. Good on him for recognizing that, though, instead of just going for it. And he does get it. So, yeah, the adjustment paying off. Losing a couple seconds to avoid losing more. Good trade-off.
Yeah, I like that. He took it nice and slow. Just got it done.
Yeah. And we got kholdstare. Could make up a little bit of time with a good setup here. Oh! Thought he was going for some kind of crazy left side setup for a second.
Ooh, looking a little sketchy here.
Okay. Does
work out.
Yeah. So both taking a little bit of time to set up cannonless, but both nailing it. But jcy with that early lead from the Lukidu skip and bomb clip is still about a star ahead right now. Probably a solid 20 seconds or so.
Looking like neither is going to go for Alice.
Yeah, they probably would have done it as one of the first 2 stars for sure. So
yeah, not that I blame them.
Yep, hard trick for not too much time save. Although it does save more on N64 because you avoid lag for longer.
This is true. I think it's about 1 second compared to like 4 almost.
Mm-hmm. All right, and jcy probably not going to be under the star here, but he does have a clean womp fight. Otherwise, I don't know what kholdstare is doing down here. I missed it. Oh, man.
Just struggling with the slope here.
Yeah. And yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know how in practice kholdstare is at the moment, but jcy is certainly looking like he's warmed up. Okay, we got the tower star. Not gonna. Oh, he did actually try the triple jump, but a little bit off on the timing for when the platform came out.
Yeah, pretty close though.
Ooh, and the sync star grab, but jcy a full star ahead right now.
Yeah, he's probably looking at about 30 seconds right now.
Yeah, solid lead. kholdstare could again make up a little bit of time with maybe a triple jump up here if he can get it. See if he goes for it. Oh, he's lining it up and does get it. So yeah, that helps him a lot. Ooh, little bonk on the way up. Yeah, video games, you don't do 100 coin and 16 star. Although I think the world record for non-LBLJ actually does do 100 coin. Instead of like 100 coin and reds and like every Womp star instead of doing the 2 in CCM, I believe, which is kind of wild. But I think you have to do it pretty much perfectly, and it's really, really difficult to do so. kholdstare getting this owl, and yeah, nailing it.
I think it ends up being like 1 second if you do the fast cycle in Womps 100.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not worth it.
Yeah, it's getting the fast cycle in Womps 100 is significantly harder than doing CCM well. So
jcy on a pretty good pace, actually. I think he left Womps at like 520.
ooh, yeah, it's not bad at all. Definitely potential for PB there if he keeps it up. And not too much trouble on the Penguin Star either. See if either of these guys go for backflip on the wall kick star. jcy not doing it, taking it, nice and easy here. All right, yeah, no problems at all in CCM from JCY. Moving on to one of the scariest parts of the run, which is Dark World.
Yeah, very good pace right now from JCY.
Yeah. And we'll see if either of these guys don't do Dark World Reds, making it pretty significantly easier, but there's still a risk of dying, and then you do lose time because you have to replace it with a different star later. So, ooh, and the backflip coming out from kholdstare nails it, so that helps him a little bit in terms of making up some time here. JCY getting burned by that button. I was actually just practicing that because it's pretty finicky to get that exact spot where you need to turn around to press the button but not get hit by the fire. Very specific spot.
JCY getting held up a little bit here. Probably can still make the normal cycle.
Ooh. Catches that thunderball to the
Maybe
face. Not. Yeah, at this point, probably not. kholdstare starting out. Getting the button. Alright, I'm liking the movement from kholdstare right now.
Yeah, he could hit the cycle and make up some time here.
Ooh, okay. Gets the ledge grab, but still on a very good cycle in general right now. Certainly a little smoother than JCY's beginning here was. Ooh, and he gets that long jump. Yeah. Okay. Oh, but he gets a dive. You hate to see it.
It's just so common right there, too.
Yeah. It's very tricky because you need enough speed to get across that gap, but you can't have too much speed or that's what happens.
Yeah, now things are just going to be just really hard.
Yeah. Already behind and then dying on Dark World. kholdstare's got a lot of work to do. But again, a lot of stuff that can go wrong, although chances are not too much will go wrong for JCY until later in the game. But there's the outside chance he could die in SSL or HMC. But oof. All right, at this point it's looking damn near over, but kholdstare with some mistakes from JCY can still pull the comeback, but it's going to be the comeback of a lifetime here if he pulls it off.
Yeah, anything can still happen, but it's just hard to recover mentally.
Yeah. But yeah, once JCY gets to late game, then there's a high chance that he could make mistakes costing upwards of 30 seconds to even a minute if he dies in bits or something like that. So
there's always MIPs and BLJs too.
Yeah. A lot that can happen later on in the run, but typically these three levels right here, SSL, LLL, and then HMC is pretty smooth sailing for the most part, although there's some stuff that can still go wrong.
Yeah, he gets Talon, which is the hardest by far.
Right. All right, and this time kholdstare does get through. Not the prettiest, but at least he is done with Dark World finally. Yeah, it looks like nearly, maybe even more than a 2-minute lead at this point for JCY. And some good movement here to the Pyramid Star. Could still be on PB pace.
Bowser feels bad for kholdstare. Gives him the dance.
Little pity dance. You love to see it. All right, JCY going into LLL. Perhaps the easiest star. It's up there. But there's a few things that can happen here. In general, though, it's pretty free.
Not sure I've ever seen a death here.
Yeah, it's rare because if you do get somehow, mess up the coins and get hit by the lava, you can very easily save it. So, all right, moving on to HMC is JCY already, while kholdstare just got downstairs.
Decides to assault Toad a little bit. The 3-hit combo, kind of unnecessary.
Poor Toad. All right. Finally into SSL is Cold Stare. And yeah, JCY had no problems in either of these levels, so hopefully Cold Stare can say the same. Ooh. JCY going for that double jump on the right side to get the wall jump. A little tricky to get that angle. But the backup ain't bad at all. And yeah, 4-star lead right now for JCY. All right.
It kind of still feels like he's on a really good pace here.
Yeah, he doesn't have splits up, so I'm not entirely sure, but just judging by where the timer's at right now, I think he's definitely in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I can't think of any major mistakes or anything.
Yeah. I would guess that if he's not ahead of his PB, it's at least still very possible for him to get. All right, and
Let's see how MIP turns out here.
Yeah, this could be a big divider between them if either of them has trouble with either catching MIPS or clipping through the door. And JCY gets MIPS in the wrong direction, but not too much trouble cleaning it up. That's actually kind of a tough spot to grab him. I don't know if I've ever grabbed him there before.
Kind of rough. He has to walk all the way to the door now.
Yep. Jumping makes it a little faster, but still takes forever. And the clip, clips all the way through. And this is one of those things that can get tilting quickly because you just have to try it over and over. If you miss the first time, it's very easy to get in your own head after that. But he's taking his time, should get it this time, yeah. And Cold Stare going for left side.
Gets it.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, yeah, JCY, a little bit of trouble on MIPS, but finally gets through and giving Cold Stare a small window of opportunity to make some time up here if he can nail MIPS.
JCY looks like he knows the lag reduction here for 64.
Yeah. Don't you have to like hold that direction the whole time?
Yeah, you just have to hold. You have to hold C left.
I see. All right. Yep. Not a bad swim there from JCY.
Nice safe right sub there, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Oh, and Cold Stare. Okay, accidentally re-entered HMC, I think is what happened there.
Yeah, okay. It happens.
Yep. Ooh, okay. Oh, and he misses there. That really hurts. Oof. Cold Stare with some more troubles here while JCY is making his way through Fire Sea. This the actual first cycle on Fire Sea is really hard to get, but the second one is very lenient, so I'm sure we'll see JCY get that. Oh man, still working on it and gets it this time. Luckily for Cold Stare, catches that MIPS and JCY going left side here. He is okay. No Mario Cam. Just gonna take that leg.
And he gets it. Things are looking really good for JCY.
Yeah. Still a definite PB potential here, I believe. Although it might be close. Ooh, okay. Cold Stare with some really good clips. Makes up a little bit for the little chase that he went on with MIPS. And good throw from JCY as well. I do believe it's possible for him to PB, but he's going to need a stellar end game here to make it happen.
Yeah, not impossible, but looking pretty tough.
Yeah. Cold Stare, meanwhile, no lag to worry about here. Feels great. Some solid swimming. Whoa.
Wow, an incredible wall kick.
Yeah. Never seen that before. Okay, makes it up the sub. And now JCY's got the BLJs to deal with. Can be one of the most annoying parts of the run, especially this first one. Ooh. Oof. Caught a little bit on the first one, but couldn't keep it going. Cold Stare heading through Fire Sea now, while JCY is starting to struggle with this first BLJ a little bit. Don't think that one's going to work either. Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Cold Stare, but he's having his problems of his own here on Fire Sea.
It's always interesting to wonder if they're watching each other or not.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about whether it's helpful or detrimental. It can be either, depending on kind of how you use it, I think. And depending just on how both runs are going. Like if you're doing well and you see that your opponent's doing badly, that can either put the heat on you or it can make you feel more comfortable and play better. JCY finally getting that first BLJ though, making it through. And now the second one, a little bit easier for sure. But Cold Stare did get a little more of an opportunity to come back. JCY, okay, finally gets it.
Pretty scuffed, but he gets it.
Yeah, he got caught a little bit there on the side, but managed to keep that going somehow. So
Cold Stare definitely made up a solid amount of time there.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point with JCY at the end, he's going to need some mistakes for sure. JCY playing it safe here. No triple jump. Which I respect. He probably realizes that PB's over after that BLJ. So he's trying to play it safe and make sure he wins the race. Assuming, again, that he knows that he's in the lead. Okay. Misses that double jump. Got to start the double jump at like the bottom of the slope. If you start it by the time you hit the slope itself, then you're done for as far as getting a triple jump. Okay. Okay. Nice movement on the wooden blocks from JCY. Solid. And we'll see how Cold Stare does on the BLJs now. Again, JCY playing it real safe, taking his time. Ooh, Cold Stare, questionable. I don't know if that one's going to work, but he's trusting it. Ooh.
Oh, I think it would have worked, actually.
Yeah, I think if he had kept going, it had a chance. Okay, that one. Again, okay, this time he does get it. So, definitely faster than JCY's, but at this point he might need either a complete meltdown on the throws or a death or something. JCY did take 2 hits of damage already, so...
We have the flames out over here, which is super sketchy.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Alright, there it is. Second BLJ for Cold Stare. Finally entering Bowser 3. Oh, and JCY now on the verge of death, so he needs to be super careful, but he is already on the 3rd throw, so if he just gets this throw, he doesn't even have to worry about it. And it looks like he nailed it. There it is.
Clutch.
Nicely done from JCY. Was that all 3? I think he got all 3. Solid run here. Only about a minute off PB from JCY. Cold Stare trying to finish out strong and maybe gain some momentum back from honestly a pretty tough race. Maybe he's going for the triple jump wall kick. He is. And he gets it. Okay. That
seems to be a trend here.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by how many people in this tournament are going for it and nailing it successfully. But yeah, I mean, this has been a pretty solid end game from Cold Stare, and I definitely respect that, given that honestly the race was essentially lost in Dark World already. So the fact that he kept it pretty good, pretty solid throughout the rest of the run. I think the MIPS was the only major mistake. Aside from that, he didn't let it affect him too much for the rest of the run. So props there. That's certainly going to help for the rest of the set. And yeah, once again, it is 2 out of 3. So Cold Stare certainly not done yet. He's got at least one more chance. Try and force game 3 here. And this is for a spot in semis, which is top 4 of the tournament. All right. I think that's 2 straight hits from kholdstare as well. Oh, but he misses the third one.
Forgive me for not knowing, but what are the prizes here?
I actually haven't announced them yet. I'm planning on announcing them right before semis to maximize the hype. All right.
Well, get hype, everybody.
There it is. Congrats to kholdstare for finishing strong, but jcy did take that with the, I believe, like 1925 or something like that. Okay. And I think we're getting right into race 2 if both players are ready to go. Yeah, solid gameplay from both. jcy with a very solid run overall, just a couple mishaps, especially that first BLJ, and then kholdstare just really hard to make it up when you die twice on Dark World and the other person doesn't. All right, here we go. Countdown is happening, and we got race number 2 about to be underway. I need to reset this bad boy. Okay. All right. We are underway here. Yeah, jcy just overall didn't mess up any of the key things that end up losing you a lot of time in the early game, which is Lakitu skip, bomb clip, cannonless. So kholdstare definitely had some issues that gave him that early deficit. See if you can tighten it up this time around.
Yeah, I think kholdstare started with a missed Lakitu skip and bomb clip.
Yeah, that's near 20 seconds. Well, probably around 20 seconds because he also went for the ground pound back up instead of getting another bomb, which is another like 5 seconds or something slower because you got to wait for the chain chomp to actually go do it. Ooh, and kholdstare getting it this time with no lineup, just raw dogging it.
We just got a real race.
Indeed. Much tighter start here. kholdstare in BOB. jcy right on his tail.
I agree with this message in chat that jcy looks pretty warmed up.
Yeah, and not as much from kholdstare, so I think that first race probably helped loosen him up. He did just go live prior to this race, so it's very likely that he went in raw, no warm up.
It's a very hard game to play cold.
Yeah, definitely. At least even like 5 minutes of just running around can help so much as opposed to just going straight into it. But yeah, jcy with a much more modest lead this time around. About 10 seconds as opposed to 20, 25 last time. And both had a little bit of trouble with the cannonless setup, but ended up getting it first try anyway. So no trouble this time for jcy. So if he gets it, he's good to go. And he does.
Very nice.
Good stuff. kholdstare also might be a little iffy on that spot. It was pretty far right, but he might be okay. Yeah, I think that spot where he grabbed the ledge was a little too far to the right. Ooh, bad angle on the wall kick back up. Meanwhile, jcy, going a little too far. Yeah. All right, finally gets it. But once again, this is actually looking very similar to last race, where it's pretty much exactly a 1-star lead at this point for JCY.
Yeah, it's probably about 30 seconds right now.
Yep. Okay. Another try from kholdstare. This one seems like it's good. And it is. Nicely done. JCY entering the Womp fight, which is a pretty straightforward fight. Things can go wrong, but it's not
straightforward until it goes wrong.
It's not the toughest start in the game. Okay, a little bit of a better entry there from kholdstare, going up the slope instead of the wall kick dive to the platform with the red coin and coming back. I'm not sure what the actual time difference is, but I have to imagine that if you go up the slope without the ledge grab, at least it's got to be at least like 2-3 seconds faster, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd think like 3 or 4.
Yeah. Oh, and the triple jump does work out this time for JCY. So even cleaner than last run so far as JCY. So is kholdstare, to be fair, than his last run, but he's still got a pretty big deficit starting out. Oh, okay. Getting the triple jump again. All right. Solid from kholdstare. Kind of needed that, given that JCY got the triple jump too. And we got the owl from JCY. He is done with womps. Probably, yeah, right around a 30-second lead here. Maybe 25.
Yep. About 10 seconds faster than last run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if he plays like he did last run and just nails the BLJs this time around, we could see the possibility of a PB. Ooh, and kholdstare playing with fire there with the owl. Literally has to bounce off the side of the fence to make it into the star platform, but he does, so he's good for now. JCY having... Oh, wow, that is
incredible.
Huge. And we'll see what he opts to do as a backup. He's just going to die here, it looks like. Yeah. Which is probably the play. I mean...
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
There's not a lot you can do. And all of a sudden, kholdstare with the lead. Not by a lot, though. And especially because this penguin is giving him some problems. And, okay, kholdstare making it down just fine. JCY also okay this time. And now this is all of a sudden a nail-biter of a race. kholdstare going from 30 seconds behind to 5 seconds ahead, just like that.
I believe kholdstare goes for the backflip, too.
Yeah, that's true. So he might save another couple seconds here. Ooh, okay. Oh, but
oh, no.
The worst case scenario.
I didn't want to say it, but I just could have seen that coming.
Yeah, that's the risk of that's why you don't even see some top players go for backflip, because you're only saving about 2 seconds at best and risking, the 20-second time loss. So that being said, because of JCY also dying in CCM, the rare CCM double death is going to lead to still a pretty close race. Ooh, a little bit of trouble exiting the room from kholdstare. And we're getting into Dark World once again. kholdstare honestly had pretty clean movement, better than JCY's in the first half of Dark World, but then he died, and he died again. JCY making it through unfazed, so kholdstare going to have to avoid those deaths this time around. All right. Better start from Cold Stare once again. Didn't get burned by the fire.
JCY just taking it easy. Doesn't want to die.
Yeah. Not a bad call in perhaps the scariest level in the game. At least for 16 star.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely the most intense level.
Yeah. All right, so let's see now. And this time does not get the dive from Cold Stare, so that is very important because he looks like he will be able to finish this out. And yeah, cleaner movement has just brought it almost all the way back from Cold Stare.
Yeah, did he make Shig cycle, or was that normal cycle?
I think that was normal.
Yeah, I wasn't actually watching the beginning.
Yeah, I believe that was normal, but still very impressive. He literally took the lead. He was 15 seconds behind. Oh well, never mind. Just as a commentator's curse right there. All right.
All right, this race is looking pretty good.
Looking very good right now. Both getting the throw as well. Oh man, seconds apart right now. And their PBs, as you can see, are also seconds apart. Looking like we're in for a good one here. Oh man, almost synced. You love to see it. Okay, making their way downstairs. So, as I was saying during last race, these next few levels are all pretty easy, but because the race is so tight, it's actually going to make it really important to see who gets this slight advantage going into the harder parts at the end of the game. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, Cold Stare might be having some bitrate issues. All right, back to pristine quality. Gotta love that emulator quality.
Yeah, Talon Star really the only one that can cause a problem here.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of, okay, is JCY now? Yeah, I think he's not going to make it. Okay, but smart of him to just immediately opt out of that and go for the Pyramid Star. Very good on the fly decision making there. Oh, but JCY.
Oh my goodness.
All right, it could have gone a lot worse, but he did lose quite a bit of time there. Cold Stare now with a solid advantage.
A death would have really put him back, though.
Yeah. And he was not far from it, so should be thankful that it didn't go worse at least. But yeah, he's probably about 30 seconds behind now. At least, actually. He misses the star! Oh, no. And at this point, Game 3 is looking very likely. Would be the first Game 3 of the tournament if it goes down. And it's looking very possible with Cold Stare making his way smoothly through downstairs while JCY with a very rough SSL. Yeah, looking like about a 30-second lead here for Cold Stare. I like how it ends up that most stars in 16 star just end up being around 30 seconds. 30 seconds or less. Alright. No problems on LLL from JCY. Cold Stare going into HMC where, again, well, he does left side, which can be a little bit more likely to fail than right side, at least, because the right side, worst case, you have to do the backup, which is significantly easier than the left side backup. But no problems for Cold Stare as he nails left side.
Yeah, it looks like he wants a Game 3 pretty bad here.
Yeah, and he's well on his way. But, again, the end of the run is pretty much all that matters when it comes to close races like this. It's still easily recoverable on JCY's end with one or two mistakes from Cold Stare. Alright, Cold Stare, let's see if he accidentally re-enters HMC again. Avoids it. but his arch nemesis Mips is coming around now. So, oh boy. All right, this time does get it. Oh, snap. Ashlyn with the gift to Vidya Games, and Sneakman, thank you for the 10-month resub. Appreciate you guys. All right. Oh, shit. Dave, welcome back, courtesy of Fogbank, the legend. Fogbank, thank you very much. Yeah, Coldstare nailing that first MIPS clip, and not quite getting the second one, but all right, there it is. JCY did get MIPS a lot faster, though, so if he can nail the clips, he'll make up some time. And he does, at least the first one. But again, auto time save, auto advantage for Coldstare on Dire Docks because of the lag or lack thereof on his end. JCY playing on N64 will have some lag to deal with.
Coldstare, I believe, says he plays on emulated VC.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder what the specifics of that are in terms of time saver loss compared to just VC or just emulator.
I think VC is the fastest.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
But yeah, I have no idea how that would pan out.
In theory, it could be faster than VC. But, alright. Coldstare into Fire Seed. JCY not too far behind. Maybe a 20-25 second deficit. Made up a little bit of time since the disaster of SSL. But Coldstare definitely in good shape if he can keep Fire Seed pretty smooth. It's a very interesting wall jump strategy, wall kick strategy he does to get up. I haven't really seen it before.
He's really struggling here.
Yeah. All right, finally gets up. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's just not aware of being able to lava bounce up there or has trouble with it or something, but it's pretty straightforward as we see JCY go for it. JCY almost already caught up with all the trouble that Coldstare had there. Uh-oh. Is he going to make this cycle? Okay. Does make it. Uh-oh. And now he's got to go right side. And, oh my goodness. Okay, he's going to get some coins just to be safe. And he's going to go for left side again. I think he does. Meanwhile, JCY right on his tail. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Coldstare, I'm not sure if he meant to do that jump dive, but oh man, and this is again just neck and neck going into Bowser. Just like Bowser 1, they enter Bowser 2 nearly at the same time, despite all the back and forth that went on in between.
I can only clinch so much, guys.
This is a crazy race. Okay. And, oh, that throw's going to miss from Coldstare.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
That is really painful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a solid at least 20 seconds, assuming that Coldstare gets this next one. Okay, and he does. So yeah, maybe a 20-25 second lead for JCY. Coldstare did do a lot better on the last split in the last race, though. Although he was so far behind at that point that it didn't really matter. But if he does as well as he does last time and JCY does the same, then Coldstare definitely could take it. That first BLJ was the big problem for JCY last time. See how it goes this time. Oh, first try.
Very clean.
Yeah. It's going to make it a little tougher for Coldstare to make a comeback, but as long as he does what he needs to, got a chance. Oof. Missing the first BLJ, and JCY nailing that second one pretty quickly. So Coldstare's got to step it up a little bit and probably hope for some mistakes. This one should be good, yeah.
Good. He commits to it and he gets it.
Yeah.
JCY's got to be feeling pretty good about his pace here, I would think.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Certainly not PB pace, but he's looking like he could end up a little bit ahead of the first run that he did in this race.
Yeah, he's on sub 20 pace, I think.
Yeah. Ooh. Not anymore, probably. Oh, man, and Coldstare died somewhere. I didn't quite catch where, but that really hurts now. He's going to need a lot of help in terms of JCY making mistakes. Again, Coldstare goes down with some questionable movement on that early part.
That part can feel really tricky. You can kind of get like crossed up.
Yeah. All right, we're going to see the triple jump. We are. Nails it. But JCY already on Bowser. This is looking tough. Going to need a lot of missed throws. JCY not taking damage from Bowser this time either, which gave a sliver of hope. The triple jump wall kick should help if he gets it. Oh, and he does, man. These guys are just sick at triple jump wall kick, man.
Just had 3 quick ones from JCY and it's over.
Damn. There it is. JCY, I don't think missed a single Bowser throw in either of the races and any of the Bowsers, which is insanely impressive. Great stuff from JCY. Finishing with a sub 20. That was a 1957, I want to say. Good stuff. That's about where his PB was earlier today, too. I think, before he got that 1920. So, once again, the curse of the 2-0 lives on. Will we ever see a Game 3 in this tournament? Remains to be seen. But yeah, great games. Shout-outs to Large Man for joining me on commentary. Appreciate it, homie.
Thank you for having me. These are pretty exciting.
Yeah, for sure. This one I feel like was very exciting during the middle of the race, and then JCY just pulled ahead.
So how many people are left?
So we only have 6 people left. There's 2 more races in this round to determine the other semifinalists, but
We got
JCY. Yeah, so JCY into the top 4. Congratulations to JCY. And good luck, because your next match will probably be Zine. Should be a fun one. But yeah, Coldstare finishing out. Much better run than his first one. All right. But yeah, once again, thanks, Large Man, for joining. I'll let you know when the next one is, and we'll keep this tournament going almost into semifinals. That should start in just a couple days as well. So,
Yeah, thank you for having me. Take care, guys.
Later, homie. All right. Shout outs to Large Man once again. Exclamation point Large. Give him a follow. Thank you to him for co-commentating. And again, congrats to JCY with the 2-0. Fairly convincing. Both solid runs, honestly. What do you get? 20-something? 2026 and 1957? Those are really good race times. Like, those would be good race times for me, probably. So, good stuff to JCY. Moving on. Let's take a look at the updated bracket. So again, JCY moving on. He will face the winner of Zine and Paper Mario. And on the other side, we have Red moving on over Fake Lemon. That was earlier today with a 2-0 as well. Once again, not a single Game 3 has occurred this entire tournament. Meanwhile, Big Pinks and J Chillin will be the last. Well, maybe last. I don't know when Zion Paper Mario's. Might be happening tomorrow at 6. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that one. I'm definitely trying to stream Big Pinks and J Chillin if possible, though. So we'll see. That should be tomorrow as well. I don't know if they have a specific time planned out yet. But yeah, that's where the bracket's at. Congrats on the JCY betters, myself included. Let's go me. There it is. GG's, good race. All right, quick break, and I'm going to get back into 70 runs. See if I can get a good one going. Again, thank you guys for the support during that race. Ashlyn with the gift.